The city still glows tonight. Beyond my hotel window, Manhattan shines through winter fog, illuminated by currents flowing endlessly beneath its streets. When I was young, most of the world vanished into darkness after sunset. Now entire cities hum with invisible energy. My energy, at least in part. There is satisfaction in that. Though it arrives with bitterness, my body has grown frail. Even simple movements leave me exhausted. Yet my mind remains active, perhaps more active than ever. I find myself returning to my childhood in Smiljan, watching lightning split the sky and wondering what force animated the heavens. I devoted my life to answering that question. I still remember the moment the rotating magnetic field appeared in my mind. Not gradually, but all at once. That was how invention worked for me. I did not merely imagine machines. I saw them completely, operating in perfect detail before they existed. When I arrived in America, I possessed little beyond conviction. New York overwhelmed me with its energy and ambition. There I met Thomas Edison. History remembers us as rivals, but the truth was more complicated. We approached invention differently. He relied on endless experimentation. I relied on visualization and theory. Conflict sharpened my purpose. The battle over electrical current changed the world. Alternating current was more than superior engineering. It freed electricity from distance. When Chicago blazed to life at the World's Fair and Niagara Falls began generating power, I knew humanity had entered a new age. Those were glorious years. My laboratories crackled with artificial lightning. Crowds watched in amazement as lamps glowed without wires. Some called me genius. Others called me madman. The distance between those labels is smaller than most realize. Yet vision often exceeds commerce. Investors sought profit while I sought transformation. JP Morgan wanted wireless communication. I wanted wireless power for the entire world. That difference doomed Wardenclyffe Tower, which still stands in my memory as a monument to a future that never arrived. Or perhaps arrived too late. Many ideas in my notebooks remain ahead of their time. Wireless communication, remote control, automation, energy transmission. Future generations will rediscover some of them and believe them new. That no longer troubles me. I know how people see me now. An eccentric old inventor feeding pigeons in city parks. A recluse, a forgotten dreamer. But obscurity does not erase truth. The modern world runs upon systems built from ideas once dismissed as impossible. Still, I admit there is loneliness tonight. I sacrificed companionship for work. I believed emotional attachments would weaken my concentration. Perhaps I was right. Yet genius makes for cold company in old age. Outside, the city continues to glow. Subways run. Radios broadcast. Factories operate. Millions sleep beneath currents they neither see nor understand. That pleases me greatly. I still believe technology could free humanity from scarcity and endless labor if wisdom advanced alongside invention. Unfortunately, mankind often uses every discovery for destruction before creation. That failure belongs not to science, but to character. I sense death nearby tonight, though I do not fear it. Every circuit eventually exhausts its energy. If these are my final thoughts, let them remain true. I was not mad. I simply saw farther ahead than many were willing to look. I devoted my life to invisible forces because I believed they could illuminate the world. And despite every disappointment and unfinished dream, the lights outside my window proved that some part of me succeeded. death removed loneliness first. Only afterward did I understand how deeply it shaped my life. I sacrificed much for discovery, believing extraordinary achievement required extraordinary isolation. To some extent, I was correct. Obsession fueled invention. But obsession also consumed balance. I spent much of my life caught between admiration and misunderstanding. People celebrated my achievements while failing to grasp the ideas behind them. Yet history moved steadily toward many of my visions. That is the fate of those who arrive early. I now see that my greatest contribution was not a single invention, but helping make electricity the lifeblood of civilization. Alternating current transformed cities, communication, medicine, transportation, and daily life. I helped awaken an electrically connected world. Too often I judge myself by what remained unfinished rather than what I already achieved. Wireless global power, advanced automation, and other dreams seemed failures because they remained incomplete. I was wrong. Success is not measured solely by completion. I also understand now that technology does not improve humanity. It amplifies humanity. Wisdom must advance alongside innovation, or progress becomes dangerous.